I hate to keep harping on an interview that Donald Trump did, well over a week ago, but I have to, because Donald Trump said something in his recent Newsmax interview with host Greg Kelly that really stood out as just an absolute denial of reality. And of course, as per usual, Greg Kelly didn't push back on it at all. And this was Donald Trump's claim that he won every single Republican primary. Now, before I get into his actual quote, which I will read in a moment, I want to point out something here. Donald Trump has already secured enough votes or enough delegates from the primary that he is the Republican nominee. Okay, he's already won. And yeah, he won every race that he won by what should be considered a landslide. I mean, they were massive margins. I'm not trying to take anything away from that or downplay that. But we have also seen in the months since Nikki Haley dropped out, she's taken 20% from him in swing states, 15% from him last week in, was it New Mexico primary? So Trump's not doing as well as he should be, even though he is doing exceptionally well. And I bring that up just to preface the quote from Trump, because I think that's what's eating away at him. The fact that Nikki Haley, who's not even running anymore, is still sucking away tens of thousands of votes from him in every single state. So here's what Trump said. As far as Nikki is concerned, I was very disappointed in her because she stayed too long. And remember, I beat her in her own state. I beat her very badly everywhere. I set records in the primaries. People don't, want to talk about it. But if it was somebody else other than me, they'd say, wow, what a job. We won every primary in a record. We beat her in her state, South Carolina, where she was governor, by record numbers. If you look at the kind of numbers we got, they're incredible. Always worth pointing out that his constant repetition of the same words and phrases over and over and over again when he's already made those points is, according to mental health professionals, indicative of some sort of mental disorder. And yes, he said the same thing in like every single sentence. And he's like, the numbers were great. Nobody's ever seen such numbers. Numbers that numbers wouldn't even number if they could number. That sounds like a symptom. But anyway, he also didn't win every state. He did not win Vermont and he did not win Washington, D.C. So on its face, the claim that he won every race by a lot is, of course, a lie. But it's a lie he's telling, along with all those claims of numbers and numbers and records and records. He's claiming it because it makes him feel better about the fact that Nikki Haley is still sucking away a lot of votes from him. That's what annoys him. And really, when you think about it, this guy is running unopposed. He should be getting 100% of the vote because there's no reason for other supporters of other candidates to even show up to vote. Like, it's not even worth your protest vote at this point because he's already secured the nomination. So why are these people going out of their way to show up to vote against him? That's what's driving him crazy. So he lies, he repeats himself constantly, and it's all a way for him to cope with the fact that he's not as popular as he thinks he is.